Guys, so today I'm bringing you guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video, I will be showing you guys the 5 best sports card investments, in my opinion, that are under $10. I get recommended this a lot by a lot of people who are working with a little bit smaller of a budget and trying to build that money up. So I will be showing you guys some investments under $10 that I believe have the potential to really take off. Now, before we get into that, I did want to say a little bit about my membership program. Now, just 2 Sundays ago, so around a week and a half ago, we are buying up Josh Jackson rookie cards for just around $1 each. Obviously, he had an incredible preseason. I saw a big season coming for Josh Jackson. So we are buying these up for just around $1. Currently, they're up to over $10 in most cases. So if you guys would like to join and make some money with us in 2021, we are actually hosting a New Year's sale. So you can use code New Year's to get you 20% off. If you click the link down below to sportscardsinvest.com, so much money to be made in 2021 in the sports card market. And if you guys would like to capitalize off of our investment program, our research, and make the most money you guys possibly can, click the link down below. Use code New Year's for 20% off. And also, we have included links to all the cards we talk about in these videos down below. So if you guys would like to go ahead and just, rather than searching stuff up on eBay, if you guys want to know exactly the listings we believe you guys should be buying, the links will be down in the description. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into the first pick we have under $10, which is Kristaps Porzingis second-year Prism. So obviously, Kristaps has been injured. He's been injured for a while, which has definitely hurt his prices a lot. But when he is on the floor, he makes a big impact. And the Mavericks, simply put, I do not think they have what it takes to win without Kristaps Porzingis. Luka's amazing and everything, but, when the defense is solely focused on Luka Doncic, he's not as effective. But as soon as Kristaps Porzingis comes back, which will be likely in January, when Kristaps Porzingis does come back, I really think his prices will go up a lot. His second-year Prism, this one's out of 49, and it's just $6. I believe that's an incredible buy. Kristaps Porzingis does not have an optic rookie card. He does not have, a mosaic rookie card. His only rookie cards are really Select and Prism. Now, when investors cannot afford his Select and Prism, they will begin to buy his second-year Prisms, and that will cause the second-year Prisms to rise in price. Now, Kristaps is obviously, he has phenomenal talent. He's a big man who can really shoot, really space the floor, and he's a big asset for the Dallas Mavericks. He had some incredible games in the bubble, in the NBA bubble, and I really think, when he's on the court, he can score, he can play, plays great defense, so I think he's just very undervalued for what he showed us in the league. His only thing is that he needs to stay healthy. He's had countless injuries, but, he has been able to recover from them in, a fair amount of time. So these are literally dirt cheap. As you can see, $2 to $3, obviously with shipping costs. So you definitely want to buy more bulk in these, so you can save on shipping. But these are definitely a very good, value for the price they're at. I can definitely see these really rising, tripling, quadrupling, possibly even going to 7 to 8x, in the coming months. But yeah, I definitely think this is a very good buy. The link is in the description to this exact search, so you can see all the cards I'm seeing. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into our next pick, which is Jaren Jackson Jr.'s optic rookie cards. Now, obviously, Jaren Jackson's another player who is injured, another big man who is injured. But, I believe when Jaren Jackson does come back, around hopefully the time Ja comes back, Ja and Jaren Jackson are just, they're paired together, and they play very, very well. Jaren Jackson is the type of player who will have 40-point games, and we've seen how the market is reacting to 40-point games. When Ja Morant scored 44 in his opening night, his prices rose around 40%, which is incredible. So if Jaren Jackson, comes back strong, his cards are going to really go up in value. One of the best young stars to invest in my opinion. These are right around $10, ungraded for this Jaren Jackson's optic. I definitely believe his hollows are a very good buy as well. Jaren Jackson's for sure a young stud. I really look for big men who can shoot, big men who can play, big men who are versatile and can run the floor, and Jaren Jackson does just that. So, I think he will definitely have a big season ahead of him, hopefully this season, maybe next season as well. But, Ja is improving at an incredible rate, and I think Ja and Jaren Jackson can really be a dynamic duo in the future. They're both so young, so talented, and, the Memphis Grizzlies are quite good. They have those building blocks around them that can really help them get to the next level. So I'm really looking to buy a lot of these. Once again, the link is in the description for you guys to see exactly what I'm seeing right now, all these listings, to make it easy for you guys. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into our next pick, which is Devonte Graham's Optic Rookie. So obviously, as I've mentioned plenty of times, when players have big games, the market is reacting very quickly, and the market is, in a sense, overreacting. One big game and a player's prices just skyrocket. So, Devonte Graham is an incredible scorer. Probably one of the best young, scorers in the league. He can drop 40 on any given night, and as soon as he has his first breakout game of the season, which I smell it coming soon, Devonte Graham averaged, I believe, around 20 points per game last season, but he had some big 40-point scoring nights. So if he next, obviously, firstly, the Hornets get a lot more attention now with LaMelo Ball and Gordon Hayward. And, as soon as Devonte Graham breaks out, everyone's watching the Hornets right now. And as soon as Devonte Graham has that big game, that big performance, his prices are definitely going to go up quite a lot. This is dirt cheap for a scorer like he is. I know he's around 25, 26 years old, but, I still think he has a lot in him. He's improved so much over these last few years. Last year in specific, he's really taken his game to the next level, and I think he will find his role in, Charlotte. I definitely think right now it's a little bit confusing now that they have LaMelo and Gordon Hayward, but I think he will find his role and really get back to his scoring that he, was playing like last year. So I definitely think he is a very good buy. Without further ado, we're going to hop right into our next pick, which is Jimmy Butler's second-year Prism. Jimmy Butler gets overlooked a lot in the regular season. Playoff time comes around, and he turns it on. Jimmy Butler is a player who, he's kind of saves up for the playoffs, but in the playoffs, he's a real superstar. He really shows up when his team needs him the most. And as you guys know, when the playoffs come around, a lot of, for example, Jimmy Butler's rookie cards, he only really has a Prism rookie card that's available. And for those who cannot afford his Prism rookie card, the next best investment will be his second-year Prism. And as soon as a lot of investors start to invest in Jimmy Butler and not many can afford his rookies, his second-year Prisms are going to really go up in price. So I think this is a very good buy to sit on. It's going to take a little bit for them to go up, but when they go up, these can reach 30, 40 bucks like we saw in the playoffs last year. So that's an incredible buy. If you're getting them for around 7 bucks, they have that kind of potential. So I definitely think Jimmy Butler's second-year cards, very low population report, which is great. And there's so much upside on this right now, especially with the Heat, Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, and Bam Adebayo continue to improve at rapid pace. They're still so young, but that's crazy that they made the finals last year, and they have so much potential to really become stars, and Jimmy Butler still is the superstar in Miami, so I think his cards are really going to see a big increase, closer to playoff time when people start to really put their eyes on the Heat, because the Miami Heat are not, a regular season team. They're a playoff team who shows up. They're dogs. They play very hard. And I really think their cards can go up. So once again, links are in the description down below to see this exact search. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into our next guy, which is none other than Bam Adebayo and his Optic rookies. Bam Adebayo is another player who has shown incredible improvement. Obviously Bam had an incredible year last year, and he's another player that shows up when his team needs him the most. Obviously he was injured for some of last year, especially in the NBA bubble, but when he was on the court, he was playing very, very well. So I know this is a little bit more than $10, but I really wanted to squeeze it in. Just because Bam Adebayo is a real star. He's a player who has so much potential, especially in the Eastern Conference. There's not many, I guess, contending teams aside from the Bucks, Nets, Sixers, and Heat. Obviously there's a few others that will really have a chance this year, but, the Miami Heat will still be in the mix with Tyler Hero developing, with Duncan Robinson developing, with Bam Adebayo developing. The Heat can be back in the finals next year. Who knows, right? So we'll go ahead and see, but Bam Adebayo is definitely a player that will have big games in the playoffs. He's definitely a player that will, possibly win, most improved player or whatever it is, but he certainly has a bright future ahead of him. For $10, I would definitely pick up his optic. I know they're roughly 15, maybe 20 if you get it in pristine condition, but I definitely think nonetheless these are a very good buy. But once again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys would like to join the membership program, click the link down below. Use code NEWYEARS to get you 20% off the yearly memberships. Our Platinum yearly membership has been killing it recently. I believe we launched it 5 weeks ago, and no card has gone down. And a handful of them, such as a Ja Morant, select courtside, that's tripled in price. So if you guys would like to make some big money with us in 2021, click the link down below. Use code NEWYEARS for 20% off. And once again, the links to these cards are in the description below. So click them if you would like to purchase any of them. Other than that, I'm out. Peace.